Laura, Dan, the Blackwoods Blizzard Tour is a 3-day snowmobile ride and fundraiser around northern Minnesota that helps support patients suffering from ALS. Even though this is what it looks like outside right now, organizers with the Blackwoods Blizzard Tour say the tour will happen one way or another. This year, the 25th annual tour will kick off through February 7th through the 10th as of now. Riders will depart from Black Bear Casino Resort, making their way to Lake Vermilion and Grand Rapids and other towns. But if we don't get more snow, Blizzard Tour organizers say they may need to move the start further north. David Colquest with the Blackwoods Blizzard Tour says the fundraiser has never been canceled before, even in the worst circumstances.
We need more than snow. We need cold weathers. A lot of the lakes are not froze. The swamps are not froze for the groomers to get through. So ideally, we need a couple weeks of cold weather.
This year, Colquest says they're close to reaching their $2 million fundraising goal. Riders must be 21 years of age and willing to donate, and registration is required. We have more information on how to donate and sign up on our website.